welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead. I'm glad you're back, and if this is your first time, I am so glad that you're here. Today has been busy already. I was just going to get on here and talk to you guys about everything that's going on and everything, but I thought, my mind's just, my head ain't there. My head, you ever get that way? Your head just isn't there. I'm just got to do something else. I've got so much going on. So I thought I was looking through my pantry because I do that pretty often, thinking, what can I turn over? What can I cook tonight? What can I, it's just always on my mind, how I'm going to do stuff. Um, and I just hate, we're trying to get off sugar. So, I hate to do desserts and stuff right now, but I know that there are people out there that want to see it. So, I thought I would do a less sugary dessert, maybe, kind of. And I had this stuff in my pantry, to be honest with y'all, and it's like I gotta move this out. You've got to, even on your shelf in your pantry with your canned food, or even your canned food from the store. You got to turn that over. You can't just keep pushing it to the back. You know what I'm saying? So I had a few ingredients, and this is pudding mix, and I'm going to put it in my cake mix. Now, today I'm going to make, it's actually just a yellow cake mix by hand. I'm using unbleached all-purpose flour, 2 1/4 cups of that. I'm going to put in 1/4 of a cup, and if I mess up with these, I'm going to write it underneath the video like I always do. 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Okay, I'm going to put that in the flour. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1. Ain't got to be perfecto, but try to get it as close as you can get it. 2. We're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, I do this. You guys know how I am. If you've been on this channel for very long, you know me by now as far as me doing my own thing a lot of times. And sometimes I'll go against the grain. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. All right? So just keep that in mind. If you ever go against the grain a little bit, it could turn out good for you, or it could turn out bad for you. So today I'm going to put this in this yellow cake, because I'm not going to tell you what kind I'm going to make yet, what kind of cake. It is a yellow cake, but I'm not going to tell you what kind I'm making. You got to watch the video. So I'm going to put this in, and this is pudding. Okay, now if you just want to make a regular yellow cake, you stop right here where I stopped, okay? But I'm going to try something. I'm putting it in here, y'all. I don't know. It might mess it up. It might. And then we'll always wish I wouldn't have did it, right? So I'm gonna whisk this together and kind of mix it all together so the baking powder and the salt, go out throughout the flour. And I'm going to bring you over here and show you what I'm going to, or you know what, we'll just put it in. I'll leave you there, and it's so crowded. I don't know why I'm not over at the bread shed doing this. I didn't want to pack all this over there. And I don't have all these ingredients. I have some of them, most of them. But you like the milk, buttermilk. I don't have that over there. I'd have to pack that over there. I don't have no eggs over there. I've got oil, and I've got sugar and butter. But before we get this going, I'm going to go ahead and put my sugar in here. I think I measured out 1 1/4. I'm going to put the recipe underneath here. And then 1/2 cup of butter, which is 1 stick. 2 sticks is a cup. So 1 stick would be 1/2 of a cup. I'm going to put it in here. We're just going to cream this together real quick. Okay, I got to get you over here because I got to keep this mixing while I put it in. But that's okay. We're just going to get over here in this little corner that I don't like. Hey, we started this channel over here in this house. So surely we can still do some stuff over here. Okay, So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to add the oil and the vanilla. Let me get this out of the way. So I got 1/4 a cup, don't I? Yeah, 1/4 of a cup of oil. A teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna guess, okay? It'll be all right. It don't come out of there very fast. That's why, if you think I didn't really put a lot in there. Okay, now I'm gonna add the eggs. I've got 3. I hope you can hear me. I got my mic on, but I don't know if it picks that up or not. I got 3 eggs and 2 yolks. Okay, so a total of 5. But the last 2 is not going to have your whites in it. You're going to separate the yolk from the white. Okay, here we go. And we're going to do one at a time till it gets mixed up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pour this milk. What do I have? 1.5 cup of buttermilk. Grab a Okay, we don't want to overmix it, so I'm going to go ahead and be done with that. Looks good. All right, y'all, I did it again. I haven't done that in a long time, but I did do it. I moved you from there to over here, and I didn't turn it back on. And I've sit here for the last 10 minutes, and, and it's like, that's not recording. Okay, so, I never said I was professional, anything, anything. So we'll just take up where we left off. You didn't get to see me put it in my 9x13 pan, and I already put it in the oven. So that's what I did. When I was done mixing it in the mixer, I just sprayed my pan, my glass dish, and I put it in the oven. I forgot to turn my light on. And I put it in there, and it's going. I put it on 30 minutes. Yeah, I've been talking for probably 7 minutes or better, probably about 10. But anyway, so there you have it. I took it out of there, and I'm doing laundry. If you hear my washer, I'm doing laundry. But I took it out of there, and I put it in there at 350 degrees, preheated. Preheat your oven. I always forget to tell you guys that. I'm sorry. Preheat your oven, and put your cake in there. Start at 30 minutes, and then check it. And then I always check it with one of these. I buy these. I use these things for all kinds of stuff. And they're just little skewers. And I'll check it with that. A toothpick's fine if you got a toothpick. Use what you got. But a toothpick sometimes is too short. You know what I mean? So I like these. But they're kind of like a toothpick. They're a little bit bigger, but not much. Not much. But they are longer, which I like a lot better. Anyways, when this is done, I'm going to bring you back and show you what kind of cake that I'm going to make. So don't y'all go nowhere. All right, y'all, my cake is not completely cooled off, but I did let it cool at least 30 minutes, probably more, a little more. Now, I'm going to take this, it's a big straw, but you can take the end of a wooden spoon, the end of a rubber spatula, anything you got. It don't have to be exactly this small. This is bigger than a regular straw. It's smoothie straw. But just whatever you got. And you're just going to go about 3/4 of the way down. And just put holes in it. I don't know if you can see. I'm making a poke cake, if you didn't figure that out already. We like them every once in a while. It's just a cold, And you probably don't have to put this many holes in it. But I just do, because I like a lot of that Jell-O in there. I'm not going all the way down, okay? And my little cake is not, I'm gonna taste that in a minute. See what it tastes like. And probably, if I didn't use this straw, oh, and I don't have my microphone on, you guys. I went out and did the chickens and let them out and moved the goats over and put the dogs in the field, and so my mind isn't quite Right. Been busy. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it over the cake. And you're going to try to get as much as you can in those holes. Some of those holes, the cake didn't come out or push down. But you want to get this in as much of the holes as you can. Now, I did notice that that's got a lot on there. I did notice, hold on, I did notice that it didn't rise as much as I putting that in there as a regular, you know, without it, as not doing it. I'm gonna taste this cake. You know what it tastes like? It kind of tastes like a pound cake, but it's softer than a pound cake. That's kind of what it tastes like, though. It's good. It's really good. But if you wanted to, you can just leave that pudding right out of there. You can put it in it or you can leave it out of it. I bet that cake's going to go rise higher if you left it out. I just have a feeling. But either way, it still tastes good. So it's not a loss. That's what I'm getting at. Because I hate to waste ingredients. Hate it. But if it wasn't no good, it'd go in the trash. Well, no, it wouldn't. It would go out to the hogs and it wouldn't be a complete loss. So I'm going to let this cool off the rest of the way. And then I'm going to make up my icing. I'm going to put a little more pudding. A little more pudding in the icing. And it'll have a little powdered sugar. Here's where your bad stuff comes in. You're going to have some powdered sugar, some Cool Whip, and some pudding. And then we'll ice this bad boy and we'll taste him, okay? There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the refrigerator and try to cool it down the rest of the way. And then I'll get back with you. Don't go nowhere. All right, we're back, y'all. I am exhausted. This is cooled pretty much. I mean, it's a little warm back down here, but not bad enough because I'm going to put it right back in the fridge. So I got that part done. And I've been working on the icing. So what I did was I put a thing of vanilla pudding and a cup of milk and 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. I'm trying to remember what all I put in there. Now that's pretty good right there. Pretty set up good. I'm gonna fold in this little tub of Cool Whip. So I'm gonna get rid of my whisk and put you down here. I'm gonna fold in this Cool Whip in this icing. And it's not all the way thawed out, pretty much. Now I could have made my own Cool Whip, but I didn't have enough cream, heavy cream. So, because I usually do that, make my own, but I had this tucked back in the freezer. Another thing that I needed to get rid of out of my freezer. I've got a couple different recipes for icing for these poke cakes, but I just chose this one. I'm going to put this on top of here. I don't have it mixed exactly, but it's okay. It's not going to matter. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to cut a little piece of this. We're going to taste it, and then I got to get off here and get some stuff done, y'all. Well, I'm going to have to get this video on. I don't want that big a piece. I'm going to get a small piece. Okay. We're just enough to taste. I don't need this stuff. Well, there's your cake. Like I said, this icing will get a lot thicker in the refrigerator. The pudding will set up and the Cool Whip will get cold again and it'll just kind of be a lot better. And there's your cake. It's just a little end piece, so it's not real pretty. And let's taste it. The cake's what I want to make sure tastes okay because, you know, I did something different to it. I used strawberry jello for the inside of the poke cake. It's got cream cheese in it. It's like strawberry cream cheese. The cake's good, y'all. The cake is good. So I definitely would recommend, if you wanted to do that, you could put that in there. It's just know it's not gonna rise as much. You really can't even tell a difference, really. I mean, it tastes like it always does, actually. The texture is very moist, very moist. Well, there you have it, y'all. See, you can come up with stuff and do, you gotta step out there on that cliff, because I know I don't like to waste ingredients and stuff, and that would be a lot of ingredients to waste, but I thought I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff out of the cabinet, and I'm gonna try not to buy no more of that pudding stuff, because I really don't, I'm trying to get away from a lot of this sugar stuff and just stuff, you know, and just try to eat, except maybe on the weekends. You know what I mean? That's what I told Tim. I said on the weekends, I think eating sugar, if you don't overdo it, would be okay. But through the week, don't. You know what I mean? So I'll get on here again. Probably Thursday. I don't know if we'll cook. I need to can some corn. I might do that. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. And Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next video. And try some of this poke cake. It's good. It is good. Well, it'll last us a long time unless the kids come over or it goes bad, one or the other, because it's a pretty big cake. But it's good. It's really good. So, and I'm sure poke cakes are pretty common, pretty popular, and you know, there's so many different ways to do them. But yeah, throw you some pudding mix in there. Didn't hurt it a bit, just didn't make it real tall. And I kind of think I like that better because I didn't need as much icing for Tim. So that's I'll probably do it that way, and it tastes like strawberry cream cheese. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's a win-win. So I love y'all, and I'll catch you next time, Lord willing.